check. Okay, it says that there's one person watching, so I think that you are watching. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to wait for you to go ahead and say to jump. I got that on Facebook. I saw the Facebook come up and it said now. Did you see that? Well, it seems better. What about the video? I think the video, not only is it faster, but the video is better, right? Well, I think the Facebook thing is more for camcorder stuff, you know, or video of your phone. It's not really for game capture. And I think it just takes a little bit of time to take the information from the video and turn it into, you know, signal and send it through the internet, send it through YouTube, send it back to someone. You know, it just takes some time. But I mean, this feels, I think that we could still do this. I mean, you'll still be able to hear all of the dialogues and everything else. And, you know, if it's something super important, you know, I can wait. If it's just some of the normal dialogue, you know what I'm saying? Like the ones without the red, super important icon to make sure that you know that you're choosing a real dialogue choice. You know, if it's not one of those, I can just keep on going through it.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke? It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
So yeah, I know that you, I'd already kind of shown you this, but I have this with the extra added stun. I also have got 2 levels into my self-heal. I still only have 1 level of claws. I got 1 health, but I've got 4 levels in endurance, 2 levels in blood per bite, 2 levels in bite strength, and 1 level in healing while you bite. So definitely more of like kind of like a melee character. But if you look, let me see here. If we go here, we still have the same amount of people. I've saved this guy from the sewer, and I killed the big werewolf-looking thing in the sewer, that big fight that you got really excited about. We did not embrace this guy on this playthrough. So this guy is still okay. And when it comes down to like the hints and stuff, like I think that the hints are pretty much exactly the same. And if you go over here to the burnt face guy, here's the one missed one, like last time. Let me see here. We still don't know a lot about the guy in the back that's at the morgue. We still don't know a lot of stuff about the actual main guy. I do... Oh, there was one thing, this guy. I got... this guy actually has one hint that I found. I found... Clay intends... No. Clay had... No, what was it? Anyway, I know what it was. It was his knife. He had a knife that... he didn't tell me to go find it. I just randomly found it. If you go all the way over here, and we went into the sewer, and that's where we fought the werewolf guy, right? And that's where we found the big club. Oh, here we go. Did you see me just use the claws on that guy? Just one hit, dead. Alright, so anyway, if you come all the way down here... Oh, there's something. All the way to the end of this dock by the water, there is a little alcove, and in the little alcove, there was a knife, and it turns out that it was that guy's knife. I think it was right here. Yeah, this box is open right here. This is where I found the knife. No, the warehouse, that second warehouse or whatever, that was when we went back to get the shotgun, which was the Lapua, right here, Lapara. So that was the shotgun that I went back for. Because, see, the reason I went all the way back for it was because the guy that drives the ambulance, Milton, he has a shotgun for sale, but it's like 315 credits. Or not credits, shillings. And that just seemed like unreasonable considering I knew where one was. So that's just kind of what I ended up doing. What's this down here? Okay. Oh wow, they opened this up. I'm coming in. Oh, they won't let me in.
It's locked.
Oh, that's some BS. I guess I'm not supposed to be able to follow those guys in when they unlock their door. Okay, so... Okay, so one thing that I did find out was I was heading over this way. And I was going to go to, if you look at the top at the compass, both of my quests are in this general direction. So I was going to go over here, and what happened was I came to this little section right there, and around this corner to the right was like a level 18, and I ended up beating him, but I think he was special because I don't see him here anymore. But anyway, I got him in this corner, and with doing the club and the stun and the bite and then everything, I was able to kind of like stun lock him, so he couldn't really do much damage to me, and I kind of got lucky with it. So. Level 12, so it shouldn't be an issue. That kind of sucked. The two guys that were fighting right here, I was trying to bite the one guy that was down, but the big guy was in the way, so I couldn't get close enough to hit the to have the button. You know, I couldn't get close enough to have the bite initiate. So I was kind of walking against him, and he was like body blocking me, which kind of sucked. But it seemed like I was pretty good right there. Seeing like, look at this. Alright, so come on. Are you gonna come? You gonna come visit? You gonna come see me? Man, it'd be nice if just one of them would come to the fight. Come on. Ooh, there's another one.
Step away, sir.
I don't know if I should take on 3 of them.
Are you deaf?
6 levels higher than me. That's crazy. It wouldn't be too bad if I could upgrade this. I want to go up to this to go from 110 damage to 145 damage, and I still don't have the common handle parts. If my weapon was a little bit leveled up and stuff, maybe I would be able to. But this right here looks like it's the, this is where I want to go for the wrong target quest. So I need to get over to here, though, to figure out the main quest, which is the blackmail quest. So maybe I should stay away from this one for just a second. And what else do we got? Like, okay, so I've done all the ones with the check marks. So then, oh, I still didn't do this one yet. Alright, let's do this one again. You've already seen this one, but this is the one where, remember right at the end, when you were glad that I didn't give the guy the drug to try it, because the other guy would have died? I didn't do that one yet in this game. So I'm gonna go get that done.
Stay away! A leech! It's too strong! It's down! Finish it! It's on him! It's on him! See that dirty clothes?
I cannot enter.
Ooh, I found the chest. Alright, Dr. Strickland's list. Order to the doctor, get the stuff. We've already done this one
is
before.
one of the main ingredients of Strickland's medication. Never a good move.
It's an H! Get it! It's on to us! Murdering Boston!
I should probably see if they dropped anything. Yeah, that was I had not quite done that to catch this one up with the other save game. So just got to go back and go through that dialogue again and make sure that I don't give the guy the drugs or whatever.
Go back to the... Fuck! It's fighting! Murdering bastard!
So what do you think about that that claw move, though? That claw move when you're in tight with the melee club and the biting and everything just makes him really, really... it's like it's such a quick move and you can get closer and deal damage at the same time. It's brutal. It's very brutal.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you.
I located the shop, but
I was afraid of such...
that's quite a list you ordered. Opium, sodium hypochlorite. It can't be just headaches you're trying to cure.
This dreadful influenza, of course. I already ran...
Do you realize...
Is this not...
As long as...
That's...
I want to know about these secret tests you run. And if they...
I'm sorry.
Don't you think we have enough work already?
Chasing shadow.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland. I can't let Strickland put his patients at risk with opium. Perhaps an adjusted formula will deliver more of a placebo effect. Strickland's project could be dangerous. I have a mind to report him to Dr. Ackroyd.
Recycling all the stuff.
Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
I will not let you down, my boy.
I'm quite busy right now.
I know that you're a busy man, but I could use your help and advice.
The great Dr. Reed on you.
That's exactly.
I see.
I'll do that. Thank you for your help, Doctor.
Thank you for your...
Do you think Dr. Strickland has any chance of curing the Spanish flu by himself?
His wish to cure the sick is not driven by pride, but by an idealistic view about our mission here. Honestly, I don't know which is worse.
You consider him a good practitioner, yet you will not report his methods.
Strickland may be a rival.
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later. Good evening, Dr. Strickland.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed. Can I be of any help?
Did you know Dr. Ack really? Perhaps he thinks...
See how condescending he can be?
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Doctor.
Alright, now we gotta put the medication into the doctor's office.
It's locked. It's locked, all right.
Well, which one was it that we put it in?
Now that Dr. Ackroyd has been warned, he should make good use of this formula.
Did we not pick this up last time? Despite the actual urgency of the sanitary situation, I must inform you of a recent case of professional misconduct inside the Pembroke. Nurse Brannigan has been found guilty of undeniable unprofessional conduct and is guilty of endangering a patient. Under no circumstances should a nurse diagnose. Yeah, we read that. So she was acting doctor. She was acting like a doctor. So does that mean that, like, okay, so maybe we should go to her, see what sort of stuff, information she's got with that hint?
Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doctor.
According to the report I read, your unprofessional conduct put a patient in danger, Gwyneth.
That's not true. I know when my patient's life is at risk, and I'm more competent than a lot of doctors that I know. Problem is, I'm a woman.
I don't see what your gender has to do with your abilities, Nurse.
Yes, nurse. Because I'll never be a doctor, no matter what my skills. I could make a decision that could save a life, but oh no, that's unbecoming conduct.
Huh. What do you think? Should we say you have my support because it's a sexist thing and you have the skills to be a doctor? You are mistaken, it's not sexist, which personally I think it is. Back in those days, women couldn't be doctors. And then this one right here, this is not the place. I think this is not the place.
I understand your frustration. During the war, I saw the skill and courage of the nurses on duty. But this is neither the time nor the place to start a revolution.
To have the right to study shouldn't be determined by sex, skin, or wealth. That's all I'm saying.
Goodbye, nurse. Call me if you need assistance.
Okay. Got that. The only thing we haven't finished is this right here, and I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go get in a big old fight. Ready for a big old fight? They were level 16, and it looked like there was 3 of them. Oh, there's a safe, or there's a hideout right here. Okay, that's the stash, which means this box of pills. Couldn't have been a bunch of handle parts? Come on. This really isn't going to help me any. And those aren't even the guys that I want to fight. The guys I want to fight are over here, behind this gate. You want me to blood up first? I could get that off a rat. Ooh, there's another thing in here. I think I saw. No, I don't think. Maybe. What was it I just saw? Yeah. It was the top of that crate right above my head. I saw that and I thought it was a different crate. Alright. This is going to be a fight.
Shit, that leech is fast! Cross the leech, boys!
Shotgun shells, bullets, large box of pills. Man, this is...
Die, vermin!
Report about Pembroke. Sir, having observed the Pembroke Hospital for 2 weeks now, we can confirm vampire activity there. First, we now have proof of the presence of a female leech inside the hospital. The beast is clever. She acts like a mental patient to hide her true unholy condition. I personally sneaked into the hospital and heard the creature whining about her need for blood since her body is decaying. But it gets worse. The administrator of the Pembroke Hospital is Dr. Swansea. According to our team leader, Amanda Trilton, who died yesterday in a fight against the Skull by the canal. He may be a member of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. If that's true, then there may be something big going on at Pembroke. Maybe even a nest of vampires, protected by those bloody traitors of the Stole. We don't know what to do, but we are convinced you better come quickly and with reinforcements and heavy gear. Used Prywin stake. Offhand melee weapon, 15 stun. Huh. A used stake was 10 stun, and a Prywin stake is 15 stun. But I'm not even using that right now. My big club right here, my crew jewel, does 18 stun. More bullets, shillings, small. Come on, handle parts. Ooh. I don't know what that was I just picked up. I hit the button to try to read it and it didn't. The Great Hunt. I think it's this one. Hail to our fallen comrades, hail to their bravery, for we have prevailed. The guard prevailed, my brothers. We hunt them down, the enemies of mankind, hidden in the dark tunnels of our modern cities. We found them in the nests and dens, and they perished. We brought the fires of battle to the blackest pits. We had never had such large-scale war between engaged by mortals against immortals. Remember this victory, my brothers, for it seals and proves our methods. Never sleep, never surrender, never give up. Yes, my brothers, our methods are good, and England is safer tonight, thanks to you. Thanks to those of us bitten and killed by the enemy, or our trembling hand when they have turned against us. Do not tremble, my brothers, do not doubt. I cry tonight for the fallen comrades. I cry for I'm an old man who finally saw my goal accomplished as I live my last years on this earth. The Guard of Prywin is only half a century old, and we have already accomplished much more than the traders of St. Paul in half a millennium. This was the first great hunt. Let them leeches who survived our wrath remember we won't stop. From The Adversary by Kindlestone, founder of the Guard of Prywin. Okay. Double check down here. Okay, so I came in that gate, right? I came in that gate and I fought the guys right here, and I went in that door. That's pretty much all I can do here, but I am so close to my main quest, so I'm gonna try to get to that. Should be simple. I think I could just go up and around the safe zone. That was weird fighting on stairs like that.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye, but the guards recruit more and more every year. When did you join the guard? 2 days ago. This is my first patrol. Closed. One near, I know it. It's one of them! I'll kill you! Elite! Elite! That leads to your boss!
Roger with the wall. He's a special dude, Roger the Wall. That guy was a tank. Roger the Wall.
It's locked all right.
It's locked, all right. I cannot enter. Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
Fuck you all! Fuck it all! Stop it now, Albert! Stop it!
Oh, wow.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole in the streets. Not me.
Are you all right?
The bastard hit the wall next to me. I don't even know if he meant to miss.
If you've been hurt, I can help you. I'm a doctor.
Name's Albert. Remember it. Now bugger off.
Huh.
What happened? Did you really steal that man's medication?
Hey, I didn't do anything. It ain't me.
What? Stealing his medication. You stole his medication, what you did was inexcusable, don't you think?
Yes, you did. And it was cowardly and inexcusable.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going on here. Bastard was a soldier in the war, so now he's got the right to shoot me.
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part of town. Perhaps you could help me.
I said sod off. Go find yourself another guide.
Oh.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? If you know anything about her, I'd appreciate it.
Never heard of her. She's pretty, I'll keep an eye out.
I found the recruiter you were expecting. He's dead, but he carried a note. The Wet Boot Boys have accepted your application.
I knew it! I told you I was tough enough. I'll be free soon.
You're so gullible. Huh. You're gonna go join a gang and you'll be free? This is no freedom. You are so gullible, or you know the risks. Yeah, this is no freedom, I think.
Free? You may soon find out that you have simply traded one set of shackles for another.
You're all fancy words, none of which concern me. Go worry about someone else. I'm fine and I have a future here.
Huh.
Goodbye, young man.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
You've wasted your life away.
I won't end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
What?
Shooting a boy in the middle of the street. Not the best thing to do, wouldn't you say?
What? You saw what happened? Who are you?
I'm Dr. Reed, and I'd like to ask you a few questions, if you promise me to set your gun aside.
No. Look, I'm not a violent man. I'm Benjamin Palmer, doctor. And no one can help me. Not even you.
What can you tell me about this place?
Nothing to say, really. This is where I used to live, and this is where I live now.
You don't have anywhere to go? No family that would welcome you?
Not since the death of my wife, Albert's mother. She was sick, you see. Long before the flu and all this shit.
You mean you used to have a better life?
Yeah, I had a wife, a home, and a job. I even used to have a name. And now I'm just Ben. Ben the Tramp.
Perhaps you could focus for a moment and tell me your troubles.
I'm sick, broke, and my son just stole my pills. Everything's coming up roses.
Whatever the boy did, I'm sure he didn't deserve a public execution.
I swear I didn't want to hit him. It's just that I'm sick in the head, you see, and the boy just frayed me last nerve.
What is it, Benjamin? It was the war, wasn't it? Your nerves are shot, aren't they? I need some answers, Private. From one soldier to another.
The doctors called me a liar, a coward. Put me in a straitjacket, locked me up. Finally, they sent me back to the front lines with a handful of tablets.
Shell-shocked. So what do you think? Someone is shell-shocked, they put him in a straitjacket, and they give him some tablets and send him back to the front line. They're either barbaric methods. You should not feel ashamed of being shell-shocked, or get a grip. I don't think get a grip is right for PTSD. So, maybe you should not feel ashamed.
Yes. Sounds like shell shock. I've seen a few cases like yours. This is nothing you should be ashamed of, Benjamin. And it's perfectly natural in your situation.
I'm not ashamed. I just need my pills. Peace and quiet, that's all.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Have you heard anything?
It's funny, I've been searching for her too. I need some pills. But the woman is a phantom, if you ask me.
Really? And why is that?
Word is she ain't real. She's a cover for some doctor who runs an illegal dispensary for migrants.
You don't seem well, Benjamin. Do you need any help?
I always feel ill, sir. It's like I'm never right.
Treatment for migraine. I don't have treatment for migraine yet.
I will see you later. A gun, alcohol, and a bad temper make a terrible cocktail, sir. Goodbye for now.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
Okay, so... what's crafting under? If I remember on the crafting bench, there's 3 tiers of remedies, and I've never seen migraine yet. I don't think so. I must be on the 3rd tier.
Drugs from the sick and suffering.
Who are you?
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir. Are you interested in a miraculous cure for this unknown and deadly epidemic?
Actually, I am.
Then you have come to the right place. The famous Swanborough cordial is all you need to help keep you in perfect health.
Oh, really? Why didn't I hear about it during my studies? I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way. Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Ah, my brother has spoken of your research, sir. I'm Loretta Swanborough, and it's always a pleasure to meet a fellow healer.
Huh.
Tell me, who intrigues you most in Whitechapel?
The region itself is something to see, but I would say Camellia the mute florist who gives away her flowers.
What do you think of the locals?
Most of them are afraid or desperate. They all come to me eventually for my remedy.
Is there anyone I should avoid?
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt. The bloody bastard remorselessly exploits poor migrants as soon as they get here.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like to talk about competition.
Competition, you say?
Never met her, but it seems she provides some sort of medical care to the poor. The whole thing has to be some sort of scam, if you ask me.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine you're selling.
Okay, so she's got the normal stuff to make things with, and then also it seems like they're doing like some sort of snake oil salesman type stuff.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
Good evening, Benjamin.
Yeah.
Can I help you?
I'm afraid not, miss.
A gun, alcohol, and a bad...
Okay.
Is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
What do you want? Leave me alone.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I'm looking for Nurse Dorothy Crane.
There is no Dorothy Crane here. Now goodbye.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet says the opposite, sir.
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm going to close this door right now. Go bother someone else, Mr. Doctor.
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to.
Bronchitis.
Strange man was at the door with a pass for our medical facility. I refused him entry.
Darius, how could you know he didn't need our help?
His clothes were too finely tailored to be from Whitechapel.
Perhaps just a friend of that stray poet who is always about.
Richard Nethercott? No, not of the same cloth, this man. I suspect some machination from that journalist.
Clayton Darby. Is he still asking questions?
Yes. I saw him drifting around St. Mary's Church. I swear he is tracking me just downwind.
I must talk to that journalist or the poet. They must know about Darius. Nearby the church they just mentioned.
So, she is running some sort of like illegal type care center. Like she's only a nurse, but she's trying to do the whole doctor thing, but like completely illegally. Well, come on.
It's locked, all right.
What's this place?
Hello, young man. I'm Dr. Reed, and I would like to ask you a few questions. May I enter, please?
Sorry. No, sir. My father does not like people entering our house, you see.
Your father is worried about you, boy. He asked me to look for you.
So my father actually worries about me then? Okay then. Come on in. I'm Harry, by the way. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So, may I ask you a few questions?
I'm not bothered. What could be worse?
How do you feel?
I'm fine. I mean, it's not easy every day, but I'm fine. I'm just tired of being sick all the time. If only I could be tough like... well, you know.
Speaking of which, what can you tell me about your father?
My father is an idiot who makes idiot things. That's all I have to say.
Forgive my bluntness, young man, but you don't seem happy living in Whitechapel.
Why should I? I never wanted to come here in the first place. It was my father's decision. And look around you. Does this look like a nice place to live?
You have a place to call home. Your situation can only improve. Your father did his best. I don't know anything about his father. It is nice to not be homeless. And I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I just randomly clicked on a door because it said that I could open it up. So I knocked on it, I'm talking to this person, I have no idea what's going on. So like, if you... Okay, this is the new area that we're in, Whitechapel, right? And, the pillar of the community is Dorothy Crane, evidently because she's, like, probably running that free clinic thing. So, this guy right here, I guess is maybe the son of this person right here, possibly? I wonder if treatment for fatigue would help him. Probably. Here, let's do the...
Do you need any medical help, young man?
Yes, I do.
Oh, damn it, I don't have fatigue.
I will see you
I
later.
thought I did. I got a hint right there, but I'm not going to...
Forgive my blunt...
Why should I?
Okay, so back to the original thing. So, at least you have a place to call home. Your situation can only improve. Your father did his best, and I don't know anything about his father. So, maybe your situation can always improve. You can always work, you know, to get out of this.
This place is awful, I agree. But does that not mean your situation can only improve?
That's exactly what my father says. Harry, you should be grateful for what you've got. But I wasn't even consulted when we moved here.
If life here is so terrible for you, why don't you just leave this place? Have you ever spoken to your father about it?
I don't go outside. It terrifies me so. I went outside once without my father noticing and I saw terrible things. Bloody and frightening things.
So that's why you stay at home all day? For fear of the epidemic?
I'm not afraid of disease or death, Dr. Reed. It's the living I'm afraid of.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
Yes, I know her. She came here to examine me when I was very sick. She said I should go out more.
Goodbye, young man.
Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
I kind of wonder if even though she's trying to help people, she's not helping them right. I wonder if she's making some of the situations worse. You know, like, kind of like almost like she's butchering the job.
Excuse me, sir. I have a few questions for you.
Another journalist? I didn't answer the first one, so piss off!
I'm not a journalist, I'm a doctor.
A doctor, you say? It's quite a rare breed in this part of town.
Really? But still, here I am. Dr. Jonathan Reed, at your service.
I'm Joe Peterson to some, but Colossus Joe to most. And I don't remember asking for your service, sir.
May I ask what you do around here?
I do whatever I want, and sometimes even more. Now sod off.
Man, this guy is not happy.
According to you, physicians are scarce in this part of town. Why is that?
Not familiar with this neighborhood, are you? I guess your fancy colleagues are too afraid of being stabbed in the back.
This part of town does have quite a reputation. Would you say it's justified?
Totally. Look at me, for instance. I always look my opponent in the eye before knocking him out.
Harry doesn't seem happy living in Whitechapel. Why did you make him come here?
I've always put my son's interests above everything else, whatever he may think. Our house is small but affordable. The walls are thin, but the door is solid.
You really love your son, don't you, Mr. Peterson?
He's my pride and joy. Even if he hates me for the choices I make and pushes me buttons more than he should.
Do you have any regrets?
Only one. Not to have my beloved wife by my side. She died when Harry was little. My sweet Jane. She gave the boy confidence.
Since the criminal nature of your job means you could be arrested, are you not afraid of what would happen to your boy if you were?
No one will ever take my son away from me. If that ever occurred, I'd hunt the bastard down and rip off his head with my bare hands.
Have you heard of a nurse named Dorothy Crane? She's a colleague of mine and is supposed to live around here.
Dorothy Crane? Yeah, I know her. One of the few good souls who dare to help the sick around here.
Could you please tell me more about her?
She's a nice girl. Tries to help the migrants. I offered to give her a hand, but she said my reputation would attract too much attention.
Goodbye, Mr. Peterson.
Welcome, sir. Please, take a browse of my wares.
I am Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions, if you don't mind.
Doctor? Interesting. I'm Barrett Lewis. Usually I don't have time to waste with talk, but at this hour of the night I can hardly refuse.
How is business around here?
Business? I had no business. Between this racket, theft, and customers getting scared, I'm losing money every day.
I see. Sounds like you blame someone in particular for your situation.
It's no secret Joe Peterson spends his time harassing merchants. But with me, he's trying to put me out of business once and for all.
Huh.
As a merchant, you see Whitechapel every day. Have you noticed anything out of the ordinary recently?
Well, you mean besides the epidemic, the war, and all the usual crap? As long as I can remember, this part of town has been a bottomless pit, and no sign of the bottom yet.
Violence is increasing in the borough.
Yeah. A few nights ago, some blokes jumped me. Came out of one of the condemned workshops. Fever, madness, something like that.
Where did this happen? Why did you go there?
In the closed workshops nearby. I worked there as an apprentice in better days. Now I only go to find trinkets or tools. Too bad I was mugged, though. There was good money in that little box of loot I lost.
Have you been hurt?
No, but that's only because I ran like hell. Those men were raving lunatics, I tell you. Not even able to speak anymore, just screaming.
Skulls.
Have you heard of a nurse called Dorothy Crane?
Nurse Crane? So the bitch really is a nurse, then? Always thought she was just some crafty foreigner, that one.
Well, she has been a pretty good nurse for as much as we've seen when she's in the hospital. She was the first nurse we ever saw. And there hasn't really been a lot of controversy around here until we realized that she's over here doing a clinic thing. So she wasn't trying to rip people off like Pippa was. And she's not covering up people's inadequacies and mistakes like Brannigan. So maybe she is pretty decent.
Yes, she's a nurse, and quite a good one. What did she do to gain such notoriety?
Dorothy Crane ain't even a real name. Something like Dorothea Craniu. Something like that. Came to England fleeing the war, I was told.
That doesn't explain why she irritates you so much.
Your precious Nurse Crane gives away medical supplies and prescriptions for free. I offered to sell it for a fair cut, but no. Miss Crane wanted to play the quiet saint.
See? Even better. She is running like a free clinic.
Right then. Show me what you have.
Ooh! Oh no, wait, that's a tiny common handle part? That's not what I want. I think I want a normal common handle part. Okay.
Cheap.
Double check it. Yep, I need one more now. Common handle part.
Price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be a...
Okay, so we've got this guy right here. He's kind of a tough guy. He's kind of a... looks like he's almost like a protection guy, like a mobster. Like, oh, it'd be a shame if something would happen to you, you know. And then this is his son, and he's trying to provide for his son, but he's kind of doing it in a shady way. This guy is trying to get a protection racket out of this guy, I think, trying to shut him down or do something. Kid's kind of in the middle of that. This girl right here is selling snake oil stuff. she is the pillar of the community, and she is, you know, doing good stuff for everyone. This guy is helping her. What do we got here? Benjamin Palmer and Albert Palmer. This guy right here, he's got PTSD, migraines, and stuff like that. His son is trying to get into the Wet Boot Boys to get out of the situation in Whitechapel, but his dad really can't help him and get him where he needs to go because of every problem he's got.
Right.
That's what we've met so far.
Cheap
And there's
price,
the church.
good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
I would make some of these. Like we've needed what do we need here? We need migraine. Okay, fatigue, migraine, fatigue, and bronchitis. And I can't even give anything to him though because he was like behind the door. So I need to make. If I could make 2 fatigues, then I could, you know, get these people starting to recover. So I need to find a safe house that I can get into. I'm gonna see if I can get into this one. There's a hideout right here, but I think the door's locked. And I don't know how to get in it.
I cannot enter.
So I don't know what to do about that. Try to go back to the other one.
When science fails
go back to that other hideout.
This elixir will give you faith again.
It's all a bloody joke to you, isn't it?
I don't think I want to go down there, do I? Nope, that's the west end.
Someday you'll understand.
Me, I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night.
Almost there.
Aye. The guard will group more.
Alright, let's make 2 fatigues. And double check. We got cold. Here's a bronchitis. We don't have enough to make it. Pneumonia, sepsis, anemia. So we'll just do the 2 fatigues for now. That's all we can do.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye. But the guards recruit more and more every year.
Nope, that's the west end. Okay. So, now if I remember...
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
I must insist, sir. Please let me see Nurse Crane.
I have no time for you, sir.
Okay, so from there, where did we go? This way? Okay. Who's got it? Benjamin Palmer, migraine. Oh man, I ran right by this guy. Didn't even think about it.
Give you faith again.
You wasted your life away. A weak old lavvy.
How are you, boy?
I'm not your boy.
Do you need assistance?
Please. Feeling top.
There you go. Let's hope nobody's...
Very funny.
Goodbye, young man.
The wet boots will be proud of me.
Stealing drugs from the sick and suffering.
Alright, now
Its
to
effectiveness
that
has
boy.
been proven by many. Even the flu is
It's locked, all right.
Man, which way did I go? Talk to that dude. There's nothing. And then down this way. Yeah, here we go.
Cheap price, good quality. Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid.
Here it is.
Good evening, Harry. May I come in?
Sure. Even my dreams are soaked with gloom.
So,
I'm not...
do you need any medical...
Yes, I do.
You'll feel better with this. But you...
I'm not sure I'm happy with the idea of living...
Goodbye, young man.
Okay.
Even my dreams are soaked
Alright,
with
so
gloom.
that's two. So this person's recovering and this person's recovering. That should really help my health status. Maybe go up into stable. That'd be nice. Now let's head up here to this church.
An accident of nature, but the punishment of a divine will.
Forgive my interruption.
Do not apologize, my son. Father Tobias Whitaker is always happy to teach mortals about the incoming Armageddon.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, and I just have a few questions.
A scientist? You are much more lost than I thought, my son.
What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled in a world of causes and consequences. And most of them can't see the plain truth.
Quite a judgmental opinion, if you ask me. But what do I know? Blinded by science as I am.
But you are seeking answers, aren't you? Answers about the Armageddon about to strike the city. Answers about the hidden truth.
I am. But the answers I seek are based on facts, not superstition. What do you mean when you say that I am more lost than you thought?
All scientists are entangled.
Quite a
But you...
Well, I suppose I can spare a few minutes listening to your so-called truth.
As a doctor, you must be aware of the decimating epidemic. But let me tell you that this so-called Spanish flu is just the beginning of the end.
What do you mean?
The beast is finally revealing itself, corrupting the flesh and the heart of men. With my own eyes I have seen them, those minions from the abyss.
I have heard enough. Goodbye.
Good
evening, Mr.
It's far.
What do you mean?
All's
quite a...
for you.
Well, what do you mean?
The beast.
Really? And what would be your answer to this biblical threat?
We must fight the disease before this legion outnumbers us. But not with scalpels and microscopes. No.
What is left then?
Cleansing fire.
Really? Cleansing fire.
Tell me, Tobias, what exactly is your plan concerning the cleansing of this city?
God will recognize his own. More than once this city has risen from the ashes, hardened and purified by the flames.
Whoa! Okay, I need your help on this one. Science is our only hope, but where do you put the limit? And this is the 20th century.
Fire is just the instinctive answer of a caveman facing something he does not understand. This is the 20th century.
Your lack of faith is predictable. But my task is to convince rational minds like yours to see the light. This is God's will.
You're mad and dangerous. You're nothing but a soulless butcher. A small-time Torquemada. The Savonarola of Whitechapel.
My son, if you think salvation is a free gift, go listen to the lies of that pompous fool, Joseph.
Joseph, a fool?
Vicar Larrabee of St. Mary's Church. While he continues preaching his fraudulent redemption, more and more people die in the streets.
Have you any friends? Any family left in these terrible times?
No. But I have a disciple I see as my son. He is so devoted. I send him to preach the good word in the heart of this corrupted city.
Where did you send him?
I sent Samuel to the Stonebridge Cemetery, where the pestilence and evil grows night after night.
You sent him on some preaching crusade during the epidemic.
As a true believer, Samuel will fear no evil while he walks through the valley of the shadow of death.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? I'd like to know more about her.
I don't like the liberal ideas of nurses, but I especially abhor that Nurse Crane you mentioned.
So, you're not exactly a fan of Florence Nightingale's work. But nurses are essential for modern healthcare.
Nuns should be the only women allowed to take care of male patients. It's obvious only they have the necessary moral fiber.
Why do you hate Nurse Crane more than other nurses?
Before coming to London, she was a member of the communist resistance in our country. That's what happens when you let a woman get involved in politics.
I have heard enough for tonight. Goodbye.
So, you like that character?
Excuse me, sir. Are you familiar with this part of town? Name's Clayton Darby, reporter.
Sorry, I'm new to Whitechapel. But perhaps you could help me since you're a journalist. My name is Jonathan Reed.
Dr. Reed, the famous surgeon. I'll gladly help if I'm able, sir.
Why are the newspapers keeping silent about the Spanish influenza? It's as though none of you care.
There's a war going on. People shouldn't be demoralized by news of deadly diseases.
Wow. I don't like that at all either. There's an epidemic going on and they won't even cover it because they don't want to demoralize because of the war. But everybody's dying. What do you think? Criminal?
If no one stops it, this epidemic could turn into a scourge. It may kill more people than the war itself.
Yes, this is another kind of war, but just as deadly. History will judge us all for what we did and what we did not.
Have you any idea of the danger you face in these streets at night?
I've had to run and hide more than once from frenzied mobs incensed by the fever. Do you think the flu is really responsible for this, Doctor?
Do you really think that the mobs and the violence and everything is because of the epidemic? I would stay with, like, there is a rational explanation. Stay away from, like, any metaphysical stuff for sure, right? Stay away from the fact that I'm a vampire. Don't you think?
That science is unable to explain the facts doesn't mean there is no rational explanation.
I confess, I share your point of view, Doctor.
What is a journalist doing in this borough after sunset?
He goes where none of his colleagues would dare to go, to inform the country.
So you risk your life to reveal the truth. I saw many reporters do the same during the war.
Whitechapel is the crucible of so many untold stories and tragedies. I want people to know them.
That's quite honorable of you. But is the public interested?
Not at all, sir. And that's why I'm an independent journalist, hoping to sell some stories.
I heard you're investigating an underground medical dispensary in Whitechapel. What do you know about it?
Not much, I'm afraid. They are wary of strangers, and I'm not really an acquaintance of theirs. Why do you care?
I'd say I care about the public health.
I'm a doctor, Mr. Darby. I care about everything involving public health and this epidemic.
Are you sure you're not just concerned about the repercussions that a scandal involving a certain Nurse Crane from the Pembroke Hospital would bring?
Without a doubt, you are a damn fine journalist, Mr. Darby. What do you know of her accomplice, a man named Darius?
I don't know much about the man. He's very cautious, never goes out, doesn't seem to have any friends or family.
He has no relatives at all?
No, except for that strange man, a poet named Richard Nithercott, who sometimes comes by. Darius would never let him in.
Where can I find this Mr. Nithercott?
He spends most of his time lurking around Whitechapel, talking to himself or declaring verses. These days, you can usually find him behind the church.
He never goes out?
No. A few days ago, he unexpectedly did. I followed him, but it was just a ruse to keep me away from his house.
Really? How do you know?
He went to the nearest mailbox, but just before posting his letter, he ripped it up and threw it away.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
All right, we're starting to fill out all the people in Whitechapel. Behind the church, huh? They don't stand a chance. Here we go.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I would like to ask you a few questions.
Please be my guest. Although I may not be the best informant regarding this part of town, my words speak about that which the eyes cannot see.
Really? Are you an artist of some kind?
I'm a poet, sir. Richard Nethercott, at your service.
May I ask what you're doing at this hour of night, sir? Do you live here?
Not at all. I'm just enjoying the pleasure of a quiet walk. Though night talks are always preferable, if you ask me. Especially with strangers.
But are you not afraid of the epidemic?
Oh, why should I? I see some equity in the Spanish flu. No flesh should be saved, say the scriptures. Good or evil, rich or poor, all are equal in the eyes of the flu.
If you say so. But as a physician in a time of epidemic, I must caution you to avoid unnecessary exposure, sir.
Thank you, Doctor. But we both know the seeker of truth has to go boldly where the weak dare not.
What are your thoughts on the terrible situation in this city?
Terrible, you say? No. Of course, the death of so many innocents is a tragedy. But the scourge has not been all bad for the city. Oh, no, sir.
What are you talking about?
Do you remember London before the flu? Noisy, cacophonic, quiet nowhere to be found. And now, listen to this oddly peaceful silence.
Huh. So, it's a unique point of view because everybody's dead and dying because of the war and the flu. Or I only see a dreadful disease because I'm a doctor. Or peaceful silence. Really? Like, everyone's gone. What do you think? It's so weird to be thinking about London being empty because of everything. Huh. Peaceful silence because everybody in the city's gone. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Peaceful silence, really?
Peaceful? That's quite an unusual way to speak about the epidemic. And very inappropriate, I must say.
Most people fail to understand my perspective. I don't blame them. But how could I call myself a poet if I veiled my feelings?
Are you aware that your life could be in danger in this part of town?
But this is where I must be to feel the real beat of the city. I had to come, see it for myself, alone.
I understand your need for solitude, but it's not safe around here.
I don't care. I don't have many friends, Doctor, and my family despises me.
If some misfortune came upon you, who would be here to help you?
Well, you, for a start, my dear Doctor.
Tell me, Mr. Nethercott, why seek inspiration in Whitechapel?
The place is not beautiful per se, but how to explain it? Stirring and challenging.
Do you not think it a little morbid?
On the contrary, sir. Whitechapel is full of life, full of beauty. Just like my dear muse, the wonderful Camellia.
What can you tell me about Camellia?
Not much. And that's the beauty of it. She can't speak, you know. She's a locked mystery who exhales kindness and sweetness.
Okay. That's the mute flower girl.
Perhaps you're just afraid to find out the truth about your muse.
One day, perhaps, I'll ask her to come with me. But will she still be my wild flower of Whitechapel if she moves uptown?
And have you ever tried to learn more about her? Where she lives? How she survives? Whom she may know?
Maybe I prefer she remains an enigma. Reality can be so dull, don't you think?
In what way, exactly?
The struggle by gaslight, the barren smiles and the arid hunger under the rain.
If you say so.
Such vibrant antagonism and vivid paradox. The stripped humanity raged across each street.
Vivid, of course, yes. And what about the poignant distress?
Oh yes, the poignant distress. You see what I mean, don't you? That's what I want to write about, and that's what Whitechapel is made of.
May I ask you a few questions about the district?
Extraordinary part of town, is it not? I'll be glad to help you, if I can.
I'm looking for Dorothy Crane, a nurse who lives in this vicinity.
Dorothy Crane. Oh, I love the name. The Crane of Whitechapel. Sounds very mysterious. But, sorry, no, never heard of her.
What can you tell me about an old man called Darius?
Darius Petrescu? Yes, I know him. At first, I thought he was only a small publisher. I invited him to publish my work, but his reaction was pretty clear.
Not interested in your talent?
Darius is an old political activist who takes delight in printing tracts and lampoons. Those communist activities only require mediocre writing skills.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
All right. Oh, wait. He's got a cold. I think I have something for
Good
cold.
evening, Mr. Nethercott.
And good evening to you.
Do you need medical?
It may be wise to let...
I understand your appetite for words and macabre beauty, sir. but you should be more careful.
The nutrition of my mind is more important than my physical health. But I appreciate your concern, sir.
I'll leave you alone, sir.
Okay, mending, mending, mending. Did some serious work. Clayton Darby has fatigue. Need another fatigue.
Good evening, miss. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I know what you're thinking. A tall stranger who meets a girl in the street at night. It reeks of the penny dreadfuls. But I mean you no harm, truly. I know you understand what I'm saying. Your silence has nothing to do with you being mute, does it? Tell me about Richard Nithercott. I understand he is quite fond of you, Camellia.
Huh.
You don't seem to need my medical attention. Very well. Goodbye, then.
A small flower bouquet with a voucher for a free medical checkup hidden in between the flowers. If you're sick and you have no money, whoever you are, wherever you're from, come see Dorothea to get help. No tricks, no charges, no questions asked. Just find Darius Petrescu's house and present this coupon. And that's stuff we've already found before. Camilla secretly distributes medical vouchers for Dorothy Crane's dispensary.
Hello again, miss. Camellia, I know you work for Dorothy Crane. Please tell me about her secret dispensary. A stubborn and mute comrade. Nurse Crane and Darius Petrescu have been clever. Very well. Goodbye, then.
I don't think I really want to go that way. Find the mailbox in the letter. Darius Petrescu's letter. My dearest, most beloved children, I am so sorry you have not heard from me for a few months. The situation in London has been difficult. I know it may sound selfish and silly when you, my children, are still living in a country that's consumed by war, but there is also a war going on here in England, a war against poverty and against injustice. This is a war I intend to fight despite my advanced years. This is why I am writing to you today. I won't be coming back to Romania. That probably means I won't see you again before I die. Don't be sad, my darlings. You are grown up now, and you have children of your own. You know the sacrifice we sometimes must accept to make the world a better place. This is one I must make now, to feel useful one more time. I wish you a long and happy life. Kiss my grandchildren for me, and remember that your father loves you all the way. Your father loves you all the way from this cold, damp country. I am, as ever, your loving father, Darius Petrescu.
The content of Darius' letter to his children could give me more leverage to enter. Darius is a bit less of a mystery now. It should not be that difficult to incite him to let me in.
Who are you?
Don't be shy, handsome. What can Christina do for you?
I'm not looking for what you're selling. But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
All right then, but be quick. Though I usually get paid when I open my mouth.
Christina, have you been examined? The epidemic is spreading fast in London, and you could be exposed. Or expose others.
I don't like doctors or hospitals, but I don't like you asking questions.
Considering your line of work, I assure you it is only a matter of time before you have health issues.
If it is going to happen, it will happen. Right now, I need money. That's what's important.
You can put your own life in danger, that's your decision. But what about your clients? If you're contaminated, you will put them in danger too.
And you think that would worry me? If you knew the men I deal with, their health would not be what you'd worry about.
Clayton Darby claims he will expose the crisis in Whitechapel to all of London. Do you believe him?
I believe Clayton's courage will erode with time, until he finally leaves Whitechapel to start another fight somewhere else.
Why this skepticism?
How can you speak about starvation if you've never been hungry? Or about poverty? Or anything else you have never suffered from?
Are you talking from experience?
I've seen your type come here to get a good fuck in a cheap room or a dark alley before going back to their fancy houses in the West End.
Tell me about yourself.
Are you joking with me? People don't usually come to see me for conversation.
I have no interest in your work. I am, however, curious as to what led you into this career.
Short story. The war, exile, and England. This country is not especially welcoming. I've been refused many jobs because of where I am from. I had few options left.
But I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may. I'm a doctor. Dr. Reed.
Oh, man. So what do? Tell her to find another job? I didn't really hear exactly what was said because I was looking at your message on Facebook. Let me see. What do you think? Tell her to find another job?
I always thought I was the master of my own fate. But now I know we don't always have control over our lives. I don't judge you.
You know, this money is not only for me. I have good reasons to need this money quickly. But it is not your concern, Doctor.
Do you know Nurse Dorothy Crane from the Pembroke Hospital? Anything you can tell me about her would be helpful.
I don't know her, but I know her name is Dorothea Crasionescu. She came from Romania like me and many others.
You seem to respect her.
Dorothea helps the sick people of Whitechapel. Everyone should respect that.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of yourself as best you can.
Man, she's got fatigue too. Fatigue. Fatigue. Wow. I need 2 more fatigues.
I don't know what. Like a secret or a plot I must reveal.
Alright, well, let's try to go get 2 more fatigue. Whoa, was that right? Oh, hey!
Even the flu is no match for the Swanborough cordial.
Someday you'll understand. You wasted your life away. The wet boots from the crowd more and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye, the guards recruit more and more.
Okay, where is it? There we go. Break stuff apart. Stop. Two fatigues. I'll make a bronchitis for whenever I get a chance to deal with that. I don't think anybody else had anything else that I could really cure. Fatigue, fatigue, bronchitis, migraine. That's all I can really do. Yeah, everybody with fatigue problems. Come get your death wish. Death wish coffee here. Whoa. Was that just a poster? Yep.
More and more of these bloody leeches every night. Aye, but the guards recruit more and more every year.
I cannot enter.
Nope, wrong way.
You've wasted your life away.
Good evening, Christian.
Change your mind.
Do you need any assistance?
It depends on the price of your medicine.
I am shocked that you would think I am that sort of man.
Forgive my suspicion. I'm so used to liars with good manners. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Goodbye, miss. Take care of you.
Gave her. So now I need to give it to the reporter. I'm glad the priest doesn't need anything, because I would tell him that, well, you don't get it because you don't believe in science anyway, so. Tough luck. Here we go.
Good evening, Doc.
Do you need assistance?
That would be not.
If you persist in investigating the most pox-ridden boroughs of London, you must accept the risks.
Thank you, sir.
Christina Popper claims she sells her body because she can't find any other work. Do you believe her?
Of course I do. Her story is exactly what I want my readers to understand. We live in an intolerant and divided nation.
Do you think things will ever change, Mr. Darby?
I believe the situation can only improve. And now that women can vote, I'm convinced things will change.
Goodbye, Mr. Darby. Farewell.
Come on, take a look. Don't be afraid. Cheap price, good quality.
Oh, that was... Oh, great. Did not expect that around that corner. Come on, give me a handle part. Well, there's another one. just hang out in that truck. Just some weird way, like through the warehouse and out the door to get past the trucks, to come around the warehouse to this back section over here. Kind of wonder where I've gotten myself to, kind of up and around here, and I should probably go check out that warehouse a little bit more.
It's locked, all right. Mr. Petrescu, just 1 minute, please.
You again? Go away.
Sir, wait. Stop this nonsense. I know Nurse Crane is here. Shall we speak man to man, you and I?
All right. Speak up.
Don't you see we're on the same side? We fight to help the poor, sick, and abandoned.
I'm nothing like you, Mr. Doctor.
Yes, you are. You too believe in providing medical care without charge. You know what we have to sacrifice to make the world a better place.
I have to admit your words have conviction. All right, I'll let you see, Dorothea. Don't make me regret this, though.
Now I can fix his bronchitis.
If you want to talk to Dorothea...
We've not been formally introduced. May I ask your name and occupation, sir?
I am Darius Petrescu, I'm here to keep snitches and spies away from Dorothea. And I also run this little print shop.
So Dorothy's real name is not Crane?
Like myself and many people in this area. Dorothea is from occupied Romania. That's all you need to know.
She seems important to the community.
More than you can imagine. The West End does not want to hear of Whitechapel's misery. Dorothea is one of the few doing something about it.
Tell me everything you know about Camellia, the mute florist.
I do not believe in the afterlife, Doctor, but I'm almost convinced Camellia is an angel. She volunteered to give out our medical leaflets.
Are you not worried for her safety?
She is as brave as she is tough, and clever, too. If only I had met her when I was younger.
Are you in love with Camellia, Mr. Petrescu?
Don't be stupid. If I had met her when I was younger, we could have won our revolution.
Who is she, really? Do you know where she's from?
She's not from around here, that's all we know. Camellia is not even her name. It's her favorite flower.
You say she has no close family?
Well, there's that awful poet who constantly follows her around like a lost puppy. A good man for sure, but a very poor writer.
Do you need some help, Mr. Petrescu?
I am very tired, but...
Well, I think you do. Take this, and you'll feel better.
Free drugs from an English doctor. It must be my lucky day.
Do you have any family left, Mr. Petrescu? Children or grandchildren?
Who knows? I have abandoned my people for so long, they might as well be dead. As dead as I am for them, I suppose.
Don't be embarrassed, sir. If you must know, my own father disappeared many years ago, and I forgave him.
It's quite awkward to talk about our families like this, but... Thank you, Dr. Reed. I appreciate your trust.
This war won't last forever. Did you ever think of returning to your country now it's free?
No. I have taught strength and determination to my sons and daughters. I'm an old, dying man who only has memories of better times to cherish.
I know you fought for your country when it was occupied, Darius. Tell me more about it.
I know my days are numbered, and I know I won't see my homeland again. But I fought for Romania all my life, and I will until my last breath.
But Romania escaped the grasp of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. It's a free country again.
But it's not the country I fought for. My homeland is not appeased, Doctor. And I still see a dark future ahead for my people.
How did you meet Nurse Crane, Darius? Why does she trust you?
I'm her oldest friend in England. Dorothea and I share many ideas about this country and about the country we left.
You mean occupied Romania, don't you? Even if not directly, I fought against your enemies.
Really? Then perhaps you have more in common with Dorothea than meets the eye, Dr. Reed.
Tell me everything you know about...
I do not believe in...
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Alright. So I've got healing, 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 healing. Hopefully this serious health status on Whitechapel will just like boop, 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 go right up. Don't have anything for migraines yet, so can't help that dude quite yet. Everything else though. My dear Dorothea, when you read this letter, I will be on the boat that will take Anton and me back to Braskov. England was not for us, and I confess I cannot wait to see you again. Again, the proud hills of Transylvania. As soon as we are here, I promise I'll light a candle in the black church and pray for you to survive this terrible epidemic. I know that you do not agree with this decision, and that you are determined to be more useful by helping our comrades exiled in the East End, but Anton cannot wait to return to our beloved country and see our long-awaited revolution bloom. He is my husband. I will stay by his side. I know we had our arguments and our fights. I know you would have wanted me to stand by your side and help you manage this clinic of yours, but now I'm leaving England. Be assured that if anything would happen to you, even if you were in great trouble or danger, I would come back immediately to London, with or without Anton. Please think of me as much as I think of you. I am your affectionate sister, Theodora.
I need help!
What do we have here, nurse?
Patient Raz Van Vasily. High fever running on 3 days. Complaints of dizziness, muscle aches, and head pain. Diagnosed with influenza.
Treatment?
Aspirin and salicin for the fever and discomfort. Liquids for dehydration, but he's having trouble keeping even water down.
Thank you, nurse. Anything else I should know?
He did lose consciousness this morning, but he's never had convulsions like these.
He's turning into a
He's not
skull.
convulsing, he's choking. He's not getting any air. Scalpel! Hand me that scalpel!
What can I do, Doctor?
Tracheotomy.
It's too dangerous to operate with these convulsions. Sedative, nurse. Do we have any anesthetics?
I'm sorry, Doctor. None at all.
I need to perform a tracheostomy. Short pipe. That rubber tube will do. We're going to cut a passage for air through the neck.
Yes, Doctor. He's breathing again, but he's coughing up blood.
Internal hemorrhaging. I need to make another incision into the chest cavity to drain the fluids from the lung. Prepare another tube.
A thoracostomy. Doctor, we've nothing to fight the infection. We need an aseptic environment.
Right then, Nurse Crane. What do you suggest we do?
I've no idea. I'm not the doctor.
Time is of the essence. We need to perform a thoracic drain.
Yes, Doctor. He's still bleeding, Doctor. I'm losing his pulse.
The drain must have punctured the intercostal artery. There's too much blood.
Are you all right, Doctor?
I can't see. I must first suture the artery. Find the wound. The source of the blood.
Needle and thread, Doctor.
Good. The stitches are holding. How's he doing?
We're losing him. We've lost his pulse. He's dying, Doctor!
Cardiac massage, now.
Cardiac... What? Are you making this up as you go along?
I guess maybe I should have said epinephrine.
We've lost the pulse. He's gone, Doctor.
Nurse, we did everything we could.
Truly? Everything you could. Is that how you'll report this in your log? Is this how the war went? Piling up one poor corpse beside the next?
This was not an influenza-induced seizure. I've never seen symptoms like these on the continent.
Neither have I. But the previous symptoms leading up to this attack were the same, indistinguishable from the epidemic.
No. There was something more vile in these reactions. Something primitive.
There have been numerous reports of mental breakdowns caused by the fever that accompanies the flu itself, Doctor.
Yes, but... I'd best take some samples of the blood for analysis.
I doubt you're here to test my bedside manners. I suspect it was more than intuition alone that led you to us. So, how might I be of service, Dr. Reed?
I've come to put an end to this insufferable blackmailing, Dorothy.
Doctor, you think your warnings scare me? I've stolen and plied, blackmailed and lied, but what else am I to do? I'm all these people have.
But why Lady Ashbury? Why her, of all people?
She's pristine and proper, all right. But that she-wolf in sheep's clothing murders the poor for sport. I have her where she belongs, and I'll milk her for all she's got.
Dr. Swansea is a sensible and honest man. He wouldn't have refused your friend's care at Pembroke.
It's easy for you to say, Doctor. These people cannot go to the police, nor to the hospital. They don't even speak English. They depend on me for everything.
So, the end justifies the means. Is that your defense?
I know you're kind, Doctor. Just another fine-heeled, silver-spooned gentleman who was given the world on a platter. You know nothing of poverty. Nothing of the shame, the hunger, the loneliness.
You've convinced me of the sincerity of your actions and their noble justifications. But all the same, blackmail is a crime, and it will stop, Nurse Crane.
So, are you going to turn me over to the authorities?
Whoo! Well, okay, so if I spare her, she resigns and she gets to help people. If I charm her and she forgets about it, she also probably forgets about coming here and helping people, right? She just works at the hospital. And we're not going to embrace. So, I think that who do you think that she's helping more? She's probably helping the poor here more than like the middle people at Pembroke, right? People at Pembroke, they have money to pay for doctors and stuff. People here didn't have anything. So maybe I should have her resign. Yeah, I think I'm gonna spare. We'll look away from what she's doing and we'll keep both things running. she'll, you know, Lady Ashbury can have the hospital open, and she can have this place open, I'm guessing. I'm wondering why this had to be unlocked, though. I mean, it's almost like you unlock it for a better choice, but I don't think that's what we want. Alright, here we go.
No. Your place is here. Jailing you would be an even greater crime. So, here is my proposition. I'll look the other way on your little enterprise. In exchange, you will resign from the Pembroke Hospital and provide me with medical supplies when the need arises.
Dr. Reed! That sounds like a business proposition. My accomplice, then?
No, just a privileged client. My research may require the occasional rare piece of equipment or ingredient. I'll pay good coin in exchange, fair and honest, to help finance your noble endeavors.
We have ourselves a deal, Doctor. Good customers are always welcome.
Yes, Nurse Crane. We have a deal.
Okay, so I think that what just happened right there is I guess we stopped the blackmailing.
It's locked.
And we kept the hospital open. We've helped our maybe patron vampire, Lady Ashbury. We get to you know, like if we, what the hell?
It's one of them! It's an each!
Oh no. Oh no, you guys don't.
Oh, Christ!
Man, what did they do to the people down here? They pulled them out of their beds. Wow, no way. It did feel dirty at the end, the way that the dialogue was written, but I don't know if it actually, like, will be in practice, because, like, I don't think we were doing it to, like, I don't know. Well, what do you think? Like, do you think it was really, like, legit bad? Jesus. Really?
Look at it! Vicious bugger! Bloody vermin! That fucking beast! It's on him! It's on him! This one's mine!
Hello, Mr. Petrescu.
Hello, Dr. Reed. Come on in. Yes?
Goodbye, Mr. Petrescu.
Still don't know who a couple people are over here, but I think that what we're going to do is we're going to go back and we're going to put some more points into our character, and we are going to rest, and then everyone who's just received treatment will be getting better, and we'll see what everybody looks like after that. And then once we've done that, you know, that'll probably be the end today because I need to get ready for work, but I want to see what happens with the health of the district once I do that.
Human blood. Whoever left these marks did so deliberately.
Can't do this yet. I need to save. Where's my safe house? It's really close. Where is it? There we go. Weapons upgrade. You have enough components to improve one of your weapons. Nice. Hopefully it's this one. Weapons upgrade, you new level, blah blah blah. Is it? Yes, we have enough for this one. Up to 145 now. Alright, so enhance handling, increase the stamina consumption, or add 3 stun points when the weapon hits. What do you think? Should we decrease the stamina, or should we do more more stamina, or less stamina to use it, or more stun? I think hitting people with huge amounts of stun is really good. That's why I get to bite them so often, don't you think? I think stun is like legitimately like, okay, so we put stun here, right? So this is stun and this is stun, and then next level we have the choice of damage or the handling, and we could do either one of those, and then down here again we have handling and stun. So right here we can do maybe stamina. I mean, it hits really hard already. What do you think? Less stamina to use to swing it, or more stun? I'm really thinking stun. I don't need to swing it that many times if they get stunned. You know, I'm getting all of my stamina back once I bite them, so I'm going for stun. Alright, 145, 6 additional points of stun, so the stun is at 21 now. That's really good. Alright, now here, recycle this, and then we don't really know what anybody else needs. I'm not going to make any more of those until, and then I come over here. Okay, let me see. Oh man, look at this. Our ultimates are open. So what is this? You lose control and let the beast take over for a short time. The beast teleports itself to all enemies around you and strikes them with furious blows. That's kind of cool. Abyss. You create a shadow vortex at the foe's feet. Coming to life, the shadow interrupts an enemy in the area and inflicts tremendous damage. 600. And then Blood Cauldron. You focus the power to boil your target's blood, causing it to violently explode, dealing damage to the target and anything nearby. So all the ultimates are pretty cool, but I don't think it's really something that we need right now, is it? Actually, I think this might be really good this spring. Like, I can jump straight to them, and I think that might help me get close to them for my close range abilities. So I'm going to take that, give that a shot, and then I'm going to probably do hard biting, because I'm biting them so much I need it to do more damage. And then I need to get, maybe I need to hold more blood, or maybe just have more endurance. More endurance is 1,000. Actually, I think I have a decent amount of endurance, and I'm gonna not need as much. I think I'm gonna hold more blood, so that way I'm biting so often, I want to be able to make sure that I have blood on hand. So now I still have 600. I could do another one here. What's it actually do? Increase range or anything? Nope. Okay, so the ultimates cost too much. Fast regen. More health. You know what? I need more health in general. Okay, I think that's everything that I'm gonna do for right now.
See them fancy clothes? It's right to the top.
Futile police raids in Whitechapel. As of late, the rumors surrounding the Whitechapel are ripening into facts. In the latest 3 months, the police have suspected the district of hosting what might be the heart of London's medicinal black market. But of course, these suspicions will remain assumptions, for no lack force of additional police presence will be sent to Whitechapel. No large drug stocks have been found, nor no crime lords arrested. The masquerade has only been planned as a desperate attempt to conceal the blatant incompetence of the London City's Council's Board of Health by giving the populace a cheap and easy victory, while the epidemic spreads more and more each day. Worst of all, when you take time to review the most recent statistics, you discover that the district of Whitechapel is coping with the disease much better than any other parts of the city. Is it a miracle? Evidence of the activity of an illegal but efficient medical underground? More proof of the authorities' criminal incompetence? All I know is this: if the Londoner has a better chance to survive the epidemic by choosing to live in this godforsaken borough, I am ready to move to any cheap flea-infested flat some shady landlord will agree to rent me right now. Okay. So all of those people got better, and they went into stable. Merchants, your actions have impacted the borough's economy. And major event, your choice concerning the community pillar have been reported by the press. Okay. Sounds good. Oh my god. Merchants, your actions have impacted the merchant's economy. Fatigue, 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 fatigue. Oh my god. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 fatigues that I need for the hospital. Wow. Alright, well I've got him, so I'll be able to do something about that, but I have to quit. I have to stop. Sorry. And that will be the end of Vampire for today. Ugh. Alright, I gotta go get ready for work. That was really fun though. Alright, I gotta go. Talk to you later. Bye.